What I want to talk about today is a subject that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is rooting out our internal ageism. I had to work on this a lot myself because the culture that we live in is encouraging us daily, moment by moment, to be prejudiced against older women, our future selves, and it's insidious. So we part of how we are indoctrinated into this is that we are told that women who are older are not attractive anymore. We're told we get less attractive as we age. We're told that only women in their early 20s are the ideal. That's all that men want. That's not all that men want. That's ridiculous. Most men have been found in studies to want women somewhere around their age. We're taught to find women older than us not very interesting. We don't really want to seek them out as friends. It's getting a little better that we're allowing some women into positions of authority, but most of them are being presented to us as maybe they're an authority, but they're not very sexy. And this is culturally, I don't know how you say that. This is indigenous. This is to this culture specific because in France, for example, I think we know that they have the tradition of the sexy older woman. In Italy, they have the sexy older woman. In most of Europe, they have this idea of the sexy hot older woman. So you have Sophia Loren right now is I haven't seen it yet, but she's in a movie where she's 86 and she's still a sex symbol. And we're getting a little bit of this here, like with Helen Mirren and so forth, but it's slow and it is insidious. You want to look at how this enters into your own sense of self. Because many of my patients, many of my friends, many people I talk to are finding themselves less attractive. They get older. Oh my God, it's my birthday. Oh my God, men only like younger women. This is completely not true. Part of how I worked on this myself is first of all identifying it. Whenever I see it anywhere, I identify it for myself. I write letters, I do all kinds of things. I also made a Pinterest board for myself of as many attractive hot women over, first I started with over 40, and that's really not hard to find. Then I started with over 50. So I have, and then I started with over 60. So I have over 400 images on a Pinterest board of attractive, hot, older women over 40, 50, and 60. And I look at this and I indoctrinate myself with it. There are people I follow on Facebook, two of them, no, I'm sorry, on Instagram. Two of them you might want to follow. One is Accidental Icon, and one is Old Fashion Guru. And both of them are posting a couple times a week on fashion. What is it that we can wear what is it that they wear so that we can emulate them, that we don't have to look like frumps or tone down our sexiness or look ridiculous, which even women in their 20s can look ridiculous if they're trying to look sexy. So it's not something that's age, that is defined by age. Actually, the fact is we get more attractive and sexier as we age because we get more sure of ourselves. We know more who we are. We have what we have to offer. If we don't fall prey to this cultural indoctrination. So it's really an inside job of rooting it out and refusing to accept the cultural harmful story, the same sort of prejudice against women who are aging. We also have to look then at how are my prejudices against other women who are aging. Do I mention about her looks? Do I find her less sexy? Am I able to see the sexiness of a 70-year-old woman, a 60-year-old woman? I'm involved in a Tantra intensive right now with Margot Anand, who's getting close to 80, and she's a sexy woman. What can you say? She's been practicing Tantra all her life. So we have to look at, do I decide? One of my patients came in, for example, and said she'd met a woman, but she didn't find her very interesting. I said, well, how old was she? Was she a middle-aged woman? And she was like, wow, I'm busted. I was finding her unattractive because she's a middle-aged woman. I said, that's your future self. If you don't root this out in yourself, people are going to be finding you less interesting because you're a middle-aged woman. So what we want to do is absolutely important whether we're in a relationship or not. It's really going to affect you if you're dating, if you find yourself less attractive as you get older. Because the fact is, when I was dating, I dated men from 28 to 68 because I knew inside that I was attractive and that men like women of all ages. If you don't know that, then you won't be able to find men who want to date you. You won't see them. You'll only see the men who don't want to date older women, and who cares about them? Who cares? Who cares? They're not even on our radar. Everybody can have their preferences. That's not a preference I'm interested in. So, if you look inside how you've been indoctrinated to dislike yourself, dislike other women because we're older and we're aging, it's really important that we do this for ourselves and we do this for each other. Women are also taught to be competitive about it, towards each other and to put each other down. And this is one of the ways we've been taught. So let's all work on this in ourselves, root out our internal ageism, and then turn it out and share it with other women. It helps men too.